Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Know the Steelers season is over, so I'm going to go through some off-season review and some big picture stuff, kind of looking at the start of the year to the end of the year and how the team and specific players got better. We'll start today with James Daniels, who certainly got more comfortable and a whole lot better in Pat Meyer's system as the year went along. I actually showed this clip in a video I did early in the year against Jacksonville in the preseason, the offensive line's worst performance of the year, regular season or preseason, but I want to revisit this one to really remind you guys and compare and contrast to where things finished up for James Daniels. So here he is, the right guard against this 3-tech on this play. You'll see the set here. That's against number 1 pick, Travon Walker. And the set here is a little debatable. Under Pat Meyer, you have what's called on-body and off-body sets, and it depends on where the inside leg of the pass rusher is, if it's inside the outside foot or outside the inside foot. I would probably categorize this as an off-body where the D-tackle is off his body, but still, even under those circumstances, you're going to get an aggressive set and really a flat set from James Daniels that is not giving ground and is supposed to really be the aggressor in the O-line, D-line matchup. So we'll look at it here on the snap. Again, off-body set. We're going to set flat here, create first significant contact, and James Daniels just does not really do that well here. 2 issues overall, not creating good first contact and really backing up here. His steps giving a little bit of ground. And under Pat Meyer, we talked about this in the summer, his philosophy is usually if you get beat on a play, it's because you weren't aggressive enough. And you see that here, and it's easier to tell from the aerial view. You'll see Daniels here give just a little bit of ground. It's not a lot, but he's kind of backing up here instead of setting flat here and being the aggressor. You see him take steps back with his feet there. Just an incorrect, footwork here on this particular set. And if it is supposed to be an on-body set, you want to be aggressive and come forward. And so that's one part of the issue on this play, not being the aggressor, not setting flat here. And then the other issue on this play is his hands, is his punch. Now, Daniels, even, late in the season when he finished out, his punch is a little weird. His hands are pretty wide. He kind of brings them around and then tightens them up. But you see here he's not creating good first contact. The hands are late. You see Walker be able to long arm and stab him and run him back into the pocket. Daniels is able to stall it out just well enough to not, completely collapse the pocket. But it's not good technique here with his feet or with his hand. Just late here on the punch, you see Walker. He's the one making that first significant contact with that inside right arm that's really controlling this block the whole way through. And Daniels never really able to get into the pads or the chest of Travon Walker. That creates the power on the bull that walks Daniels back. And so 2 issues here, watching the feet, watching the hands. One last look at it. Again, we'll kind of go through each component of this play. Not setting at the least flat here. He's giving some ground right here. Should not be backing up with that, left foot like he does. And then again, not creating first contact. He's going to be taken for a ride on this play as Chase Claypool. Remember him? Chase Claypool makes this catch. Now let's fast forward to Week 17 against the Baltimore Ravens. Here is James Daniels going against the 3-tech again. And this is going to be a definite on-body set. This is the most aggressive pass set under offensive line coach Pat Meyer. We're going to set forward, not even flat, but forward about an inch or 2, but really be aggressive here with our hands, with our feet, and take control of this block. So to break this one down frame by frame, again, on-body set, inside foot of the 3-tech is to the inside of the outside foot of James Daniels. So that's a mouthful to say. It's an on-body set here, and you're going to see Daniels be aggressive here. We're not even setting flat, we're setting forward. Really good first contact here. He's in control of this block the whole way, unlike the last clip against Travon Walker where the D-tackle, the defender, is making contact. Initially, you see Daniels, he's got the first punch, even sliding here a bit as the tackle spikes inside into the A-gap here, and you see him create that contact and really win this rush essentially immediately. You're going to watch it here from the aerial view and watch him come forward. Everyone else kind of is backing up based on the slide, based on the set. Watch Daniels. He's forward. I mean, he is the guy being the aggressor, getting after it. That is the first significant contact that you're seeing right here that stalls that rush out immediately. Some other issues on this play, a core force not looking good. There's a blitz coming in, but really just hyper-focusing on Daniels, looking at his improvement as he got comfortable, learned, repped in Pat Meyer's system. It was an adjustment coming over from Chicago. Meyer, a different way of teaching things than probably his previous offensive line coach. But as he got comfortable, as his whole offensive line got comfortable, you really saw a dramatic difference in that technique and being comfortable and being the aggressor. And it paid off really handsomely for the line. But I think James Daniels especially became this team's best offensive lineman by year's end. One more clip to show the same thing of an on-body set. It's a little bit covered up here by the field goal post, by the upright, but you get the idea, and we'll talk through it here just briefly. Again, on-body set, most aggressive set possible, and you see Daniels really being the aggressor start to finish, and again, wins this rep very easy, very early on, and takes control of this block from the moment the football is snapped. Again, breaking this one down, on-body set, inside foot of the defender is to the inside of the outside foot of James Daniels, and you see that aggressive going forward set here, making great first significant contact. His hands still kind of start low when they shoot, and they're a little bit wide. I think it's just his style. It works. It's not as wide, the placement is certainly better now than where it was, and that creates that really good contact here. Punching, refitting his hands, sliding laterally, staying square to the block. But again, looking at this thing on the snap of the football, you see Daniels, the aggression in the set. And so here he is right here. You just watch him. I mean, he is coming forward on this play to meet 92, to meet the defender. Is not going to be passive. And again, not every coach teaches it that way. That's why it's important to know really what each coach teaches, what their style is. Meyer is different than probably a lot of coaches in football. And you saw that adjustment period this team had. But once they got comfortable, once they kind of bought in and became attuned to the technique and what Meyer wants, you really saw a big difference here. And so great rep here by James Daniels. And again, I think he was his team's best offensive lineman of the season. Not a great couple of clips for a core four. He wasn't as bad as this the entire year, but these are not good clips. But again, focusing on James Daniels and just taking it to the offensive line as a whole, the improvement. Very obvious. I thought Meyer did a good job. The O-line stayed healthy, and it's just a young group of guys growing, getting better. You had new pieces in Daniels, in Mason Cole at center, second year left tackle, third year left guard. So it took some time, but they got better, and you really felt the technique come through by year's end. So that will wrap up today's video. Again, just the overall idea of, yes, preseason was rough. Yes, summer's rough. There may be similar issues to different people or whatever the case is next summer, but you rep things, you get better, you make mistakes, you grow with new coaches, new technique, you adjust, and if you keep at it, you will get better. This offensive line definitely got better. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching. If you guys could like this video and subscribe to my channel, would really appreciate that. If you have any ideas for what else you want to look at or want me to look at for my next video, please feel free to comment about any future video ideas. Again, I have a plan to do a very lengthy deep dive into Kenny Pickett. That will still take quite a bit of time to do, but I will do it sometime this offseason. But beyond that, let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you soon.